Things I'm going to be working on today. Yesterday, I received a new rod that I got or that I bought. It's a 15-foot Miser MKS 8/9 weight, and I paired that with a 73-foot Gaelforce equalizer in the 8/9 weight, which I had that cut and looped. But when it was cut with about 7 feet of the blue transition line or the running line, and it didn't really work well at all. So I recut it back to the color change and tested it out again last night, and it's a good line. But a lot of flaws happened because of that. So after talking with Bruce, I'm going to be working on slowing everything down, slowing down the sweep so I have time to get that bottom hand out, and then really working on keeping that top elbow in. He also told me not to bother trying to cast for distance, just strip out maybe 10, 20 feet of running line. So I'm not going to cast as far as I can until probably the very end. I'm only going to give myself a few casts for that. Right now, I'm just practicing getting the feel for using my bottom hand only and pushing out with my bottom hand and then pulling with my bottom hand. Just reviewed the last 5 minutes of practicing the anchor, and it still seems like that top elbow, I let it on the sweep, I let it just get away from my body a little bit, which I still want my hand in, my top hand in. So again, I'm really going to focus on that. It seems like the best way for me to learn is to practice for about 5 minutes, review the video, and then go back and address anything that's difficult or that I'm having difficulty with. Okay, I just reviewed everything, and my top hand, my elbow is staying in, but I'm noticing that my bottom hand isn't reaching out as far as I can. So when I rod stops and I drift, I'm drifting up with this top hand, and I don't really want that. What I want is I want to be drifting out with my bottom hand. Pulled with my top hand. I could feel myself right at the end pulling with that top hand, and Bruce told me to try squeezing harder with the bottom hand and very light with the top. I think that cleared it up. So for today, I'll probably focus on that grip. I think that might have been a really good one. But right now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna strip out maybe about 20 feet of line and cast that. I wanna keep having that same feeling of keeping this top elbow in. And I also, I'm working on getting that bottom hand out. But if I do this correctly, I'm gonna have enough time to get the bottom hand out so that I can come to a complete stop. So I need to get that line up, stop, bottom hand out, and then I'll take a look at the trajectory after when I review the videos. So I'm not worried about that now. This cast, you can see that I pull with the top hand. I already know I didn't put my bottom hand out in it, so.